Hey everybody, welcome back to another monthly market update for real estate here in the Central Okanagan, this time overviewing the stats in May of 2026. So over the last month, I've definitely felt the activity pick up. I don't want to say substantially, but numerous times me and members of my team going into multiple offer situations. We're starting to see properties come to market and sell relatively quickly, depending on the price range and what type of product it is. But overall, we're just feeling a lot more movement in the last month. I definitely feel like the seasonality of the market is one of the biggest influencing factors that is causing this uptick in movement. But overall, it just feels like a lot of buyers are finally coming to the table, and a lot more product that's coming to market, whether single family homes, condos, or townhouses, are being more reasonable in their marketing, which is allowing them to sell quicker and not sit for months and months on end. I'm seeing a surprising uptick too in the $3 million plus market, and I don't really have a rational explanation for that, but been in a few situations over the last month, and other team members too, getting into bidding wars over properties that have sat 2-3+ years. So maybe buyers are just feeling like now's the time to strike with these kind of properties. I'm really not sure on that end, to be honest with you though. Taking a look at the stats, the Bank of Canada just had their rate announcement today, and they decided to hold the rates at 2.25%, with the next rate announcement being July 15th in 2026. The absorption rate creeped up a tiny little bit to 11.53%. So we are still in a buyer's market, edging ever so closely to that balanced market. And now taking a look at sales, over the last month, we've had 459 sales, which is down 3.75% from this time last year, but up 5.01% from last month. The average sales price has decreased 3.07% overall from this time last year, to an average sales price for all product of $763,879. So again, a decent uptick in sales from last month, but we're still a little bit lower than last year. We saw even in the last month, the average prices drop kind of across the board, but I never worried too much about that with the month-to-month influxes, as you're always going to see movement in that, especially based on sales. So the list to sell ratio has remained relatively stable at 96.38%, and the average prices for individual products, condos are up 1.35% at $502,295. Definitely seen a little more movement in condos now, with a lot of buildings applying provincially for the short-term Airbnb exemption. I feel like people are starting to see this as an opportunity to strike while the iron's hot, while the market's still oversaturated and condo prices are relatively low. So we are starting to see that uptick in condo sales. Townhouses are down 2.43% to an average price of $674,889. And finally, single family homes are down 4.24% from this time last month, to an average price of $1,114,454. Days on market, we're starting to finally see a little bit of a drop in that, where properties are sitting on the market an average of 61 days, which is actually a decrease from this time last year, a decrease of 5.61%, where it was sitting at 64 days. And finally, listing inventory, we are currently sitting at 3,980 units currently listed, which is down still 10.52% from this time last year. We're up over 4,000 at this time last year, which is kind of a good thing, because we did have an influx in product for like over a year. And every month when I was looking at the year-over-year average inventory, it was up from the previous year. So now we're finally starting to see that inventory drop and sales increase, but we still currently have 8.67 months of inventory. So we'll see how the rest of the summer goes. June is usually a pretty strong month, and things start to drop off a little bit midway through July to about midway through August, when people are taking their vacation and not really looking as hard. But if we trend towards a balanced market, we could see a difference this summer. But I hope you guys enjoyed. Make sure you subscribe to this channel if you want to keep up to date on the Central Okanagan real estate market. If you want to learn more about Kelowna, moving to the Okanagan, the different neighborhoods that make up the city and region, make sure you subscribe to my main channel, Living in Kelowna BC. And if you have any questions about what we discussed, make sure you reach out to the contact information on the screen right now and linked in the description down below. Again, my name is Brett Paholi, your Okanagan real estate professional and relocation specialist. This is my